Welcome, sixth graders, to Thursday's lesson of Lesson 76. This will be the last lesson before spring break. There will not be any lessons or homework over spring break, except your reading contract. And I'll be putting the reading contract information on I'll print it out and I'll attach it to the chat section. So you'll be able to get an idea what you're doing and the numbers you're doing for each activity. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at lesson 76 in the math. And the title of the lesson is pardon me while I pick up my pen, cap that is, finding unstated information in a fractional part word problem. Now, you're going to need your book open for this, for 368 and 369, because if you're going to need to follow along on those pages, because there's going to be a definite pattern that we're setting up here. So let's start with a practice problem, an example at the bottom of page 368. And it states this question, it says 3/4 of the 28 students in the class are boys. So again, we're going to break this down to a fraction, a math problem. So we have 3/4 of 28 students. All right, now I'm going to put students in here just because that's going to be a big word doing this lesson. And I'm going to set it to a fraction. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this fraction, or parts, how it's divided into, and put it over here. So we're going to have, we're going to have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. That represents our 28 students. So this whole thing is 28 students. All right, which is 4/4. That's the whole picture we have so far. Now we need to solve it. Now we need to get down so we can answer questions. We solve it first, get all the information we can out of this problem, and then we answer the questions, which in this case are A through F. So there's like 6 questions related to this. All right, now, here's the first one. We're going to first cross cancel because I know 4 will go into 4 once. 4 into 28 goes 7. So right away, I know that 3 times 7 is 21 out of that. So the 3/4 represents, again, boys. So I'm going to put a little asterisk here and say this is the boys, which is the 3/4. So we know that boys are going to equal 21 students. Or excuse me, 21 equal 21. Sorry, let's take that students out of there. Don't want to confuse it. Girls then, since we started with 28, we know girls are going to be 7, because if we take 28 minus 7, that gives us, 28 or 21 plus 7, that's going to give me a total of 28. So I have 28 students. So I broke it all down, the boys from the 3/4, and so this represents, I'm going to put over here 3/4 because that's the parts, and girls then must be 1/4. Because 3/4 plus 1/4 gives me a total of 4/4, and it breaks down for the numbers of what each one equals. Now, so I'm going to put all this together here. We have the 3/4, 1, 2, 3. So that's all boys. That's 3/4, and that's going to be, if I put numbers 7, 7, 7, because 3 times 7 equals 21. So that equals my 21 boys, which is 3/4. Now the girls, I'm going to put another little cube right here. In fact, I'm going to use a different color. And I'll grab my green here. And I'm going to make another little spot like so. And this is going to be my girls, which is 7 girls, which is 1/4. So here's my 1/4, which is 7 girls. So I have my 7 girls, which is 1/4, 21 boys, which is 3/4. Label boys, label girls. Remember, don't forget your labels because that's going to count. And then I'm ready to answer all my questions now. All right, so question A says, into how many parts is the class divided? All right, it's divided into 4 parts. So I put down A, and how many parts? I would say 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go to B. B states, how many students are in each part? Well, we should figure that out. 7, 7, 7. 7. 7 students. Almost forgot my label. Shame on me. Again, don't forget the labels. 1 point for the number, 1 point for the label. Now we go to C. How many parts are boys? All right, how many parts are boys? Well, we have 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, or 3/4. Or we can say 3 parts. Let's just keep it like we're consistent here. 3 parts, boys. All right, now let's go to the D. It says, how many boys are in the class? Well, we already said 3 times 7. Get it over here. We have 21 boys. Ready for E. We have how many parts are girls? Well, we did that in green. So the girls we have, again, it says how many girls are, or excuse me, E says how many parts are girls? 1 part. And I'm going to keep my color code here because we're talking girls. And then we're ready for F, which means how many girls are in the class? Well, we have how many girls? We figured that out earlier. 7 girls. Okay, so that is the number question. This is why you have to interpret the information first, make your picture next, and then answer the question. So in fact, if I went to steps on this, this would be step 1 over here. This would be step 2 in here. And you can do step 1 and 2 at the same time, but you got to do each of the steps. And then last but not least, 3rd step here. This allows you to see the step-by-step process that you should do the problems. So, again, this is all on page 368, 369. I'm trying to walk you through how we did it. You can see that as many times as you want to. If you need another one, you have my video chat, and I can do it on the board just as easy at home. So I want to make sure you have any questions. The biggest thing is answer, label. And E, I should have said 1 part. Right here should have been girls. I left out a label there, girls. Make sure you're identifying your labels, because this would be worth 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. So I said, hope you have a great spring break. I'll probably talk to some of you or via video chat sometime. So, but anyway, have a great day. Thank you.